Good morning, everyone.
Yes. Very good morning to everyone. Hope everyone is doing good.
Yeah,
Yes. Good morning,
very
Varda, Khalid, and Anu.
Good
good morning.
morning.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Is this Varda?
Yes,
Okay, Varda has changed.
Yeah.
This time.
I just have my
Okay.
ear off.
Okay. Yes. How you doing, everyone?
Good.
You are good because of you submitted your first 3 chapters.
Yeah, stressed out, not sleeping.
Okay.
I feel like I eat, sleep, work, thesis, eat,
And
sleep,
yes,
work, thesis.
Khalid also submitted his work and the initial 2 chapters, and it's also amended and reviewed. And Anu's work is with me. Today you're going to receive my feedback. I'll be making the session at 10:15. After that, we can have a face-to-face session. Yes. Vardha, now you are good to go with your next chapters. Meanwhile, I will be giving the feedback for this very limited feedback for you because I have gone through that at a glance where I could find most of the things and only very few things. Like for example, research methodology chapter, you could not mention about ethical consideration, and you could not mention about your questionnaire. All these I will be giving you detailed review. No worries.
Okay.
Uh,
That's chapter
okay.
4, right? I asked
Yeah,
you,
sure.
don't look
I,
at chapter 4.
I will be providing you the detailed review, but it's almost done. Which means is like 90% your work is okay. It's good work as well. I love this work of your literature review, and the typical model also you have added in that. That's good, really good.
I
Appreciate.
learned a lot in the last 2 weeks or so. I learned a lot about the different models and I started making links between the models and the questions and then
Very
I
good.
wanted to change my research questions and I'm like maybe it's not a good idea, just keep them as is and then whatever gaps I
Yes.
have I'm going to fill in with the questionnaire.
Yes. The way of writing was good because it was connecting with your hypothesis and your research questions.
That's how you do it.
The first thing that you have done in that is like you related all these things and you also tried to answer your research question through various literature. That's really good way of writing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
I remember this from way back when I did my first
project.
thesis works. That use your research questions, find literature that answers them, and then gaps that you have that will become
Very
your
good.
your research methodology questionnaire.
Very good. Yeah. Okay. And I would like to know about Faisal. Faisal, you
Hi,
are
good morning, Doctor.
pretty busy with a lot of things, I believe. That's why I could not get you any work
Yes, Doctor, I'm really sorry. I was traveling, landed last night.
from Canada.
So, yes. So, this week I'm going to send you. I'm going to send you at least 2 chapters for your review, and then I'll get your feedback and we'll go ahead. And I'll be fully focused on this now. I was traveling, so I could not
Okay.
focus much.
Okay.
I'm really sorry
Yes.
about that. Yeah.
No problem. No problem. Just
Yeah.
take your time. And welcome, Ryan. Good morning, Ryan.
Just get it out of the way early.
Uh-huh.
We have.
Yes. Actually, the every class of us start with your Starbucks coffee, you know. After seeing that, usually it happened. And yes, we can start after knowing Ryan. I have received most of the people's work, and I'm eagerly waiting for your work as well this week. if it is possible for the initial 2 chapters. And yes, research methodology also you can work on it. Yes, come to our today discussion is all together our questionnaire and our 4th chapter, that is data analysis and interpretation. Can you please tell me what I have a slide, very few slides before that, before I'm just starting with that. Can you please tell me what all that you are going to do in your data analysis and interpretation chapter? Yes, I'm gonna take the information from everyone. Then what all you know, you can just share with me. Let's see how much knowledge you have at present based on the other models that I've given to you. What all you are going to do. I'm just going to firstly, the one, yes, who is sitting, the author of Nilambari, one book. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the book. Anyway, Anu, what we are going to do in our data analysis and interpretation chapter. Basically, I want to start from introduction chapter is over. Literature review chapter is over. Research methodology chapter is also done with. And the 4th chapter is data analysis and interpretation. Some people will be having background of, study another chapter. I'm not talking about, generally I'm talking about the 3 chapter, introduction, literature review, and research methodology. And the 4th chapter, that is data analysis and interpretation. What we are going to do that?
So whatever data we got after the survey, so that data we are going to collate and analyze and like arrive into our final answer.
Answer. So how we are going to collect the data?
Survey, right?
Survey?
Yeah. That is why we prepared the questions now. Last.
Okay. So without questionnaire, we cannot do our data analysis and interpretation chapter, right?
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. Then anyone who wanted to contribute any points to Anu's points? Anyone else? Yes, Varda.
I think
You-
within this chapter,
Yeah.
the way I've set the chapter out is that I'm going to be starting out with more detail on my philosophy, the whole research onion,
Mm-hmm.
more details about that, but then actually saying my philosophy is pragmatism because of the following, and these are the research that has already been conducted in these areas. My the data analysis, the questionnaire,
Mm-hmm.
why questionnaires, and then detailing also within that what's my independent and dependent variables, why they are independent, why they are dependent variables,
Mm-hmm.
what questions are going to be part of this independent variables, and what questions are going to be part of this independent variables. So it's basically just mapping out what
Yeah.
the process of the questionnaire is, detailing what the target population is going to be that I envisage um, in terms of who I'm sending this out to, when I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
be sending this out to. Also, maybe having some detail about the pilot of the
Yes.
questionnaire, when the
Yes.
pilot will be conducted, or who was considered, how many. I don't know if I need to put in how many the sample population of
Mm-hmm.
the pilot, and yeah, I think that's basically what it is, and then detailing also um, the actual analysis tools, the
Very
statistical
good.
tools, what's going
Very
to
good.
be utilized. That's where
Perfect.
we need lots of guidance.
Yes. Yes,
Clear,
absolutely.
clear and concise guidance from you. What do we need to include in that? How do
Yes.
we need to write this SPS, because it's very confusing for me.
Perfect. I got it. I got it. Now, I wanted to add one point with a point of Varda. Yes, this chapter, basically we are having a structure for this data analysis and interpretation. Firstly, we'll be giving a small introduction about the data analysis and interpretation chapter, what we are going to do there. Obviously, what Anu said is correct. We are analyzing the data based on the information we collected from the respondent. The first one, we are for data analysis interpretation chapter, we'll be having an introduction, first one. And after that, it's based on your viewpoints as well. You can write it like Vardha added one point. We can also mention our independent and dependent variable once again there. You can also mention your research objective or research questions there. We are answering all these things there as well, because we have already research questions based on our title. We are proving, or we are trying to answer all the research questions in our data analysis interpretation part as well. For example, one of the study of Varda, impact of talent management on employee retention in the nuclear industry. So here, one of the question is, there is no relationship between, or is there any relationship between talent management and employee retention? So some of the variables which we have collected from the respondents are answering this question. So we'll be writing the research question and we'll be analyzing some data according to it. Okay, again, apart from these things, firstly, we are going to analyze our demographic variables analysis. Everyone is having some of the demographic variables. Can you please text over here, speak out what all the demographic variables that you mentioned in your questionnaire?
Age, gender, education level, region of residence,
Yes,
income level,
perfect.
purchase price of your vehicle,
Yes,
digital savviness, and how many digital devices you own.
okay, perfect.
Then
Yes,
I've also got an important one on experience and a professional level.
yes,
Professional
very
level
good.
means management or leadership,
Yes,
professionals, or
designations you can mention. At the same time, experience also you can mention, number of years of experience also you can mention, that we consider this is a part of a demographic variable. Perfect. Okay, now I would like to share my slide. Are you able to see my slide now? Yes. Okay. Anyone knows about neuromarketing? You heard about the concept neuromarketing? Neuromarketing. Neuro means what? Neuro. Something related to, yeah? Yes, Vardha is testing here. Something related to brain or something. Yes. A small concept, then we will be coming to our topic. You can just read it. What exactly the neuromarketing? It's a field of marketing that uses neuroscience to understand consumers' responses to marketing stimuli, aiming to better predict the consumer behavior. Nowadays, most of the multinational companies are doing the same in order to analyze the consumer behavior. Obviously, without analyzing the consumer behavior, reaching to the ultimate customers is very difficult. So this marketing stimuli, they are checking all the responses. They're understanding the consumer's market stimuli based on the neuroscience. They are using into that. So there are some, it's also specifically mentioning the goal is to better predict the consumer behavior by examining the physiological and psychological neural responses that underlie the consumer decisions. There are a number of techniques they are using nowadays: eye tracking, brain imaging, and biometrics. When I just gone through that, you will be able to understand much better. Eye tracking, what exactly the eye tracking? This meaning has been given here. It measures where and how long a person looks at different areas of visual stimulus. When any companies are giving advertisement, they are just doing a pilot study. How much it's being acceptable, and how much we'll be having more response. How can we increase the number of customers? One of the example I have given here, a company can use eye tracking to see which parts of an advertisement grab the most attention and which are ignored. This can help in designing more effective ads by focusing on the elements that capture the viewer's interest. Nowadays it's doing. Now it's doing. Can anybody give me any of the examples of the company which is doing much of this neuro marketing? Think in your mind. And next one is fMRI, that is functional magnetic resonance imaging. It's like detecting the changes associated with the blood flow. Brain imaging techniques, they're also measuring the map brain activity. It is like, the beverage company might use fMRI to observe brain activity when consumers view different drink packaging. They're doing mostly on the piloting, how much advertisements are highly impact, the good impact, good outcome it is being produced. Biometrics are also using, and facial coding the people are using. These are the part of neuro marketing. And Google AdWords is the best example, and PayPal ad campaign. And these are the importance of neuro marketing, as I have added here. It's for better enhanced understanding of the consumer, improved engagement, and informed decision making. Obviously, ads given by the Googles and many other social media channels, they are using this for the data-driven strategies, which is really significantly improve the effectiveness of marketing campaigns. And competitive advantages. Nowadays, I have asked some of my students of face-to-face sessions to bring with some of their own idea to start up, some entrepreneurial mindset they have to have for the graduate students. What I have brought into, I'll be telling you, they have brought a good idea which is matching and catering the needs of the present UAE climate, UAE market. So most of them have brought a new idea. They were telling these kind of a new marketing tactics. At the same time, they are bringing some competitive edge by these kind of understanding. They're using one of the most important marketing strategy or marketing tool, that is a social media marketing, rather than going for ads in the major TV channels and all. They are just using celebrity, many other social media influencers. This is better, they can reach over there. Perfect. Now the chapter is very small analysis I want to give you. Overview of this today's presentation is all about qualitative and quantitative analysis. There is some misconception while analyzing the chapter, while completing the chapter 4 that we'll be discussing here. Simple quantitative analysis and simple qualitative analysis, tools to support data analysis, presenting and finding, rigorous notation, and story summaries. Yes, I wanted to discuss today the first part of data analysis interpretation 1. Because second part is what Vada said today, something complicated area, that is correlation, regression, Cronbach alpha analysis, number of other statistical tools are being used. I don't want to discuss today, because only I want to discuss all these things once you collected the data and process the data. Once you collected and converted into Excel or converted into SPSS, that conversion I'll be doing on behalf of you. So once we done, then I'm going to discuss that aspect, then only it will be stored in your mind. Otherwise, the discussion will not be fruitful now. And why do we analyze the data? This is obviously, we wanted to obtain very usable and useful information, irrespective of whether the data is qualitative or quantitative. Presently, some of the students over here, researchers, are using qualitative and quantitative both. So irrespective of the data, whether it is a qualitative and quantitative, we wanted to analyze it. So describe and summarize the data, that is the second objective of it. We also wanted to analyze the relationship between our major variables. Can you please tell me, from your research questions, from your research title, what relationship you wanted to identify? Please, all of you, come to the chat box now. All of you come to the chat box and type what relationship between the two variables that you are going to find out. Write down that it can be from your topic, or it can be from your one of the research question or research objective. You need to write here what we are identify in your research, particularly the relationship between the variables that you need to mention, or compare variables, or difference between the variables, forecast outcome. Let me check it out whether you are following me or not, or are you good with going with data analysis and interpreting chapter. Okay, what they has messaged. A relationship between talent management strategies, attraction, development, performance management, and retention of a staff. Perfect. So Vardha has an understanding why we are doing this chapter, in order to understand the relationship between her independent variable, that is the talent management strategies. She has taken the three important sub variable, attraction, development, and performance management, and she has a dependent variable, that is retention of her staff. So she wanted to analyze it based on the data she collected. And Ryan has written here, does the quality of digital after sales services have an impact on the loyalty or retention of a customer? Perfect. Very good. Here, Ryan is trying to identify digital services or digital after sales services have an impact on the loyalty or retention of a customer. Yes, Khalid is understanding the client needs when it comes to buying properties. Khalid is checking basically the relationship between the investment decision, that is his dependent variable, investment decision basically, and he's also checking with in relating to socio-economic and other legal factors, whether legal, socio-economic factors having impact on investment decision in the real estate prospective real estate investors. That is basically Khalid's relationship. And iPhone, that is Munira, retain business and work towards better business products and add value to the customer. I didn't get. Munira, can you just type your topic here, your research topic? Faisal has written to examine the effectiveness of multi-tiered supply relationship and diversified logistic strategies in the enhancing supply chain resilience against the global receptions. Okay, the same. He also, Faisal wants to check whether the supply relationship, multi-tiered supply relationship and effectiveness in the logistic and supply chain resilience. Okay, we want to work on it, Faisal. Anu, how employee resistance affect digital transformation on the talent management HR department? Okay, how employee resistance affect digital transformation? Perfect. So there are two variables she has mentioned here, digital transformation and employee resistance. So she is also trying to identify the relationship between or comparison between how the performance level and how the digital transformation impact on the employee resistance. Yes, here I wanted to get Munira topic once again. That I need some clarity. Others, okay, as of now, it's on track.
It is basically
Yeah.
strategic planning to develop products which add value to end users, and see how we can retain the current customers and work towards better business products, which adds
Okay.
value to customers.
Okay. 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 We'll be seeing that, Munira. Okay. Once I got your chapters. What's your progress, Munira, on your chapters? First chapter, third, second chapter, and third chapter. Munira.
Just
uh,
started reviewing those chapters.
Okay. 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 Just submit to me, and we can review and we can make it everything ready on that. Perfect. Now, this nominal scale, ordinal scale, and numerical scale, we will discuss once we started our analysis, means after questionnaire and collect the data. This is some of the myth. Some of the myth. Complex analysis and big words impress people. No. You can see number of articles people are using different types of statistical tool and make it very difficult to read it. I don't know whether you have encountered such articles. Yes, only Vardha? Anyone?
Plenty.
Plenty. Absolutely.
You have
I
no idea even what they're saying in one sentence. You can't
yes,
understand even one sentence of it.
I will tell you a number of leading, leading journals, they also accept some of the, more analytical paper with the help of a statistical and many other softwares. That's why people are using very difficult words and complex analysis with the help of many other softwares. Then readers will not be able to understand what they done. So that mostly I ignore all these people and trying to take the findings from the study. That's all about. We are not doing that. For us, complex analysis are not required. And next to one, analysis comes at the end when there is a data to analyze. Data is first. That's very important. Firstly, we must be having a data in our hand, then only we will be able to analyze properly. And the third one, qualitative analysis is easier than quantitative analysis. How many of you felt it? Qualitative analysis means what? Anyone? Quantitative analysis? Sorry,
Quantitative,
I mean qualitative.
qualitative is like interviews, focus group.
Focus, focus group interviews, then we are analyzing it. Yeah. For example, we are having the 10 questions. We are asking to our respondents, clients, or whoever it is. Then we are getting some results in terms of descriptive. Yeah. They are answering to descriptive manner. So we are writing the same in our analysis. We are also supporting some of the literatures with that. So qualitative analysis, sometimes the people will feel that qualitative analysis is very somewhat easier, because we are going to the people and collecting the data that in terms of descriptive answers we are writing over there. No, there is a misconception. We cannot say qualitative analysis is easier than the quantitative analysis. It doesn't mean that quantitative analysis is better than qualitative analysis. Some people are using the both. Quantitative analysis, what do you mean by quantitative analysis?
Based
So,
on data.
Based
survey.
on the survey
Data.
data. The analysis, the data that we have received, we are converting into the numerical terms. Then we are getting the analysis from this. We are interpreting the data from this. Okay, data have their own meaning. Data must be interpreted, and numbers themselves don't speak anything. So once we collected the data, we feel that, okay, it's done with some of the misconception I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not generalizing it. So it isn't like that. So once we collected the data, we need to interpret. We must be able to interpret the data we received it. We will be having a separate session once we collected the data, once we process the data, how to interpret with the help of statistical tools. Then stating limitation, weaken the evaluation. Somebody is telling, okay, these are my limitations of the study. So writing number of limitations, you may feel sometime, yeah, why should I write? My sampling size is very limited. Nuclear sector, I'm very sure that very limited data Vardha is going to receive. How much effort she is taking, we know the fact in the nuclear industry, people are working very less. Getting data very is difficult. So, and the response number also will be limited. So how I can mention in my study? Obviously, you need to mention limitations of the data, limitations under the limitation. Vardha is thinking sometime, okay, my data is confined to only 50 because of I could not collect the data because of industry is very limited. How can I write it? Sometime we may think it already. Vardha has told me the before itself, you cannot write it. Yeah. So we may
My,
feel
my
how
biggest
we can
lim-
write it. Sorry.
my biggest limitation, and I'm going to mention this, is information security,
Yeah, very good.
because it becomes a national security issue.
Yeah,
So
yes, yes.
that's why I'm going to be lucky if I get 50.
Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm talking about mentioning our limitations. Never we can say evaluation. Never we can say evaluation. So once again, whenever we ask to some of the candidate, I used to make the interviews for students particularly, when I am teaching a module called Workplace Employability Skills, where I will be having a regular interaction. At the same time, I will be conducting an interview with the CV and everything. It's like a mock interview, where when I ask the students, what all your strength and weakness, majority of the students would say, I don't have any weakness. They're like a prophet. Whenever I see the CVs of some of the students, they're having all the qualities required, like honesty and politeness, quality, many, 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 many other things. It's a kind of a feeling that we should showcase all the strength and reduce the weakness. Not like, anyway, computer analysis is always easier and better. That is, although it is a myth, I would not agree with the statement. Computer analysis is somewhat easier. I will be showing you when the data is processed. I will be sharing the SPSS, your data particularly. Then in a simple click, we'll be getting all the analysis. If you're clicking the statistical tool, for example, correlation, a regression. Regression means you want to check the relationship between the both the variable. We are choosing one variable over there, we are uploading, and we are choosing another one, dependent or independent variable, we are clicking. Then at the moment itself, we are getting the answers. If you're going for, you know, mathematical calculation ourselves without using any computer analysis, computer help, is going to be very difficult. What is talk to me?
Perception.
Perception, anything else?
Assumption.
Assumptions, very good. Perceptions.
It's not what actually, like, it's not, people are not seeing the reality, like, just thinking what they feel and responding.
Things are not always what we think sometime, yeah? Okay, so uh, you have I'm not telling it's a misunderstanding. What Vardha and one Khalid also mentioned in the previous class, like statistical tool and other things are really difficult. I'll be showing you how easier that part compared to other sessions. For other chapters, you must be having the data with you. You have to collect, you have to paraphrase it, you have to do that, many things. But for your data analysis interpretation chapter, once you collected the data, converted into numerical terms, then, you know, remaining is my duty to upload in the SPSS. Then that uploading SPSS will take some time for me. Obviously, I know that. But in a different clicks, we are going to receive 10 to 20 page answers. 10 to 20 page answers. But the task is only to interpret it. It is not as you think. Like, it's sometimes you may be feeling, okay, I will be showing you right now. 1 second, I'm stop sharing here. One of the work of a student. Are you able to see this? Is the Gloucestershire University work? Are you able to see chapter 4 discussion based on the findings from analysis? Yes? Yes. Okay. As I told you, the chapter 4 start from a small introduction. What all you are going to do. You can just read it, what the student has written here.
This paper was there in the sample papers which you provided.
Yes, yes, yes. Anu, can you please read?
The focus of the study lies to assess and identify the relationship that is present between the brand experience and the brand loyalty of the customers. Rolex, being one of the most prominent watch brands in Dubai, The aim of the study has been to explore if the brand experience provided by the company to the customers results in brand loyalty. The concepts of brand experience and loyalty have a significantly crucial role to play as it enables better identification of aspects which satisfy different consumers. Concerning this, the study is intended to establish a strong level of association with these variables by use of inferential statistical test. The chapter follows a structured layout whereby the demographic analysis of the participants would be followed by the reliability and validity test. The descriptive analysis of the variables, as used in the model, has been engaged in followed by the correlation and regression analysis so as to establish a relationship between the different variables. Based on the findings of the survey alongside the review of the literature, the research questions have been answered critically. Well written
Perfect.
introduction.
Okay. So thank you so much, Anu. So in this introduction, they're covering what all they are going to write, what they are going to do in the data analysis and interpretation chapter. Okay. So this is a study. Basically, they are trying to analyze the relationship between the brand experience and the brand loyalty of the customer. Brand experience and brand loyalty. Is there any relationship between both? They have an independent variable both here. So they have done many things they are mentioning over here. Firstly, descriptive analysis. They're also writing some of the statistical tool here. Similarly, we are also going to do. And listen to me. These things we are going to start only after getting the data, okay? Then only we can do that. Without emptiness, we can't do anything, right? So age, this data I will give you. This data I will give you. I will tell you what you mean by frequency, what is cumulative percentage and everything. This separate session I will be providing to you. And you see this diagram and this table and this one, you will be able to write it, right? Can you please read it? The participant were asked some generic questions on demographic factors. Anu, please continue. The figure has
The figure has identified that 41% of the participants belong to the age group 26 to 33 years. 33% of them belong to 18 to 25 years, and alongside this, 24% of the participants are above 33 years of age. Hence, the participants are rightly distributed.
perfect. So once you got a data, you will be able to analyze. You will be able to analyze accordingly, right? This one, it's not a problem for you. Am I right? You can do this. If I providing the data according to this age, and this one, I can give you this. There are some students, they are doing this demographic analysis themselves without depending me. Even once you are doing Google form, once you got it, you can do from Excel sheet itself, or I can give you. Then next is gender. Gender also, they have given the same analysis. See, this is the first one. And education, same interpretation. Income, income also, they have given this interpretation. This one, everyone can write it. Frequency of shopping. Okay. From here onwards, demographic variable, you are much better to analyze and interpret yourself. Am I right? Anyone is having disagreement in that? Yes? Nobody, yeah? No one is having. So till there, you can do that. No issue with this. See, reliability and validity test. This area, you will be able to see all your questions and these analysis. This one, I will be giving you a separate session. Here comes little difficulty right now when you read out. Now you don't need to read that portion. Now you don't need to see that portion because you will feel little difficulty to understand. Only after getting my session, you have to start thinking even about it. Okay, these are the segment. I'm going to give you the entire things, okay, based on your data. Are you able to see this one? This is another analysis. You're one of the question. How do you often interact with the Rolex brand in Dubai? One of the question of the student has written. So respondents are replying accordingly, rarely, occasionally, sometimes, and frequently. Okay. So this is also, I will be giving you this data, I will be giving you. So you'll be able to interpret this one, right? Are you following me? Yes. This much number of people have responded like this. Majority of people are telling, okay, we have interaction with the Rolex brand and etc. This one also, each questions also I'll be giving you similarly. Similarly, I'll be giving you the data. You need to analyze it. You need to interpret it. See? So major problems comes when it comes to the statistical tools analysis. That session will be only done after getting your data. See, this is your complete analysis chapter. More comes under your interpretation is very less. Interpretation, these things I'll be doing on behalf of you. Then followed by a session. 1 second. So your data analysis interpretation chapter will be little lengthier because there will be number of graphs we are using, number of analysis things are we are using. That's why. And coming to once again my PPT. I want to ask you everyone, once again, I feel that you don't have any difficulty to analyze and interpret the demographic factors. And another session is individual questions. I'm asking, okay, what is your feeling? Do you agree with talent management practices in your organizations are very strong? Strongly agree, strongly disagree, and neutral and etc. So 100 people are there. Among the 100 people, 80 people said, okay, strongly agreed. And 10 people are telling, okay, lesser agree, I mean, disagree with that. So you are able to interpret that statement, right? For every question, that's also possible for everyone. No issue in that. So other statistical things will be done from my side, then will be helping you at the time, not now. Then data presentation and interpretation. So you have to use tables and you must be able to summarize the data. Charts, graphs, visual presentation of data is very important. I'll provide you all these things. Visual representation of data are presented as absolute numbers and percentage. That's why we are telling our data analysis, quantitative data analysis. Basic guidance when summarizing the data, ensure each graph has a title. Each graph has a title. Label the components of your graphic, like 1.1, 1.2. The sources also we have to provide for that. This one, other things, a footnote. Footnote means mostly we will be having a sources from where we got it. That is, you will be writing from research survey or your survey itself. We'll be writing that. This one is later. Charts and graph already have written. According to you, which one you may follow, or you will be following the combination of everything, or you will be following the one pie chart, line graph, or pie chart, bar chart.
Depends
Sorry, Vardha?
on what you want to, how you want to. It's going to depend on how you visually want to represent it, because not every
Okay.
chart is applicable to every kind of interpretation.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
the line chart's better for showing a combination of data, whereas a pie is just a single answer question, right?
And
Okay.
line is usually when you want to represent some kind of a trend
Yeah.
or a comparison between different variables.
Absolutely. There are some demographics. There are some demographics. If you wanted to, match with each other, you can use line graph. It's up to. And Ryan is having some demographics. He may use it line graph for this. The people number of vehicles you mentioned in your questionnaire previously about it. It depends upon. You can choose any of it. Then when it comes to the interpretation, we'll be looking into the relevance of findings, which means we are not going to write a lot as an interpretation. We have some limitations of word. So we'll be looking into whether this is answering my research questions or research objectives. Then we are going to give more highlight over there. That is based on our research question. We are going to write a little bit more. It's based on the relevance that I want to talk to you. Now, interpretation stage, I'm not going to discuss now. The reason is once we process the data, everything has been done, only we will be able to do that. Now, yes, anyone is having the query related to questionnaire. I want to tell you that this week, if you are giving me your questionnaire, I can reply back to you with a refined questionnaire one, refined questionnaire. Then you can go for a data collection. Then only we will be able to do data analysis interpretation chapter.
How long do we have to get all the data for the collection?
Okay.
I think it depends on your schedule.
Yes, that I'm thinking
But
about
we
it.
need to
So,
know the maximum time that we can get.
yes, Khalid, when is our deadline for the dissertation? Anyone? Is it March?
31st of March.
Yeah,
31st March, right?
yeah.
31st March. So we will be taking almost 1 month time. Anyway, we need to have the final touch up and everything, data analysis, interpretation, write-ups and all. Okay, that month we'll be just leaving for writing and all. So in the month of February, if you are giving me questionnaire refined, I will be working on it this week or 10 days. Within 10 days, I'll be working on it, your questionnaire and all. We will be finalizing your questionnaire within 10 days. After that, we can just give 10 to 15 days.
But
Or
for example,
yeah,
in my case, we have finished the questionnaires. You give me the approval,
give
I
me.
did the
Yes, yes,
amendments and everything.
yes. Have you converted into Google Form?
No, not yet.
Please do that. It's easier. It's easier right now because your questionnaire is completed. You also got the
Okay.
confirmation from my stage. Then
Yeah.
convert into the Google Form. It will take only maximum 2 hours or 1 hour maximum.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can send to me first.
Okay.
I will review it. Like I
Okay.
will be just giving you the answer for this. Let's check whether it is going on as it is, whether you are getting the reply or not.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can start collecting. Within 10 days, if you can get within 1 week, if you're getting the maximum number of respondents, then once you feel okay, this is the maximum number of response I can collect, then we can go for a data processing.
But the minimum, I remember you. The minimum you said it's better. It's if it's above 100, right?
Yes. I will
I
tell you.
don't think to
One
get
second, Khalid. One second,
proper.
Khalid. Have you gone through the research work that have shown you just before? That is a dissertation. Anyone has checked the total number of respondents in that work? Anyone?
No, I didn't.
Have you seen the 41% of people responded like this, etc., the
Yeah.
different age category? Yeah.
Yes, I've seen this.
Yes, that is 350 data collection the student has done.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes. Once again, 350
let's be
people
reasonable. It's not.
from the market. That is a marketing study. Even the people who are standing nearby to you, near to you, you can ask to the marketing related question. That is why the number is little increased, 350. For the case of Vardha, I don't believe that she is going to get more than 50. This is purely the segment is confined. For your case, Khalid,
Yes.
I'm the one of your respondent. You know that?
You could be. Yes.
I will be.
Okay.
Because you are one of your respondents. Those people who wanted to invest sometime.
Yes.
Yeah. And prospective investors also comes under. So you can increase if it is possible, maximum number. I'm telling it is 100 nearby is good. 100 nearby is good for your studies. If you can increase it, it is good also. The people who are sitting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you already got 7.
I think 15 days I can do it through my office though. You know, it's gonna
Yeah,
be through
perfect,
my
perfect,
office.
perfect, 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 perfect.
Yeah.
Ryan is the biggest investor, so you can ask him. One reply from him, one response from him. Varda is here, and Faisal. Yeah, everyone is a good investor except me.
Should be.
You know what happened? I'm doing a good trade in Nasdaq and
Yes.
NYSE.
Yes.
Only in the midnight. Only in the
Mm.
midnight. $500 has lost. Is almost 2,000. You know,
No worries, no worries.
comparably.
Yeah, if you
Why anyone? Can
is it
anybody tell me? Can anybody
is
tell
it
me the reason?
what
Can anybody
did
tell
you
me the
invest
reason why?
exactly?
Can anybody tell me the reason why within these 2 days some losses are going on in the market, particularly US market? Anyone?
The fire.
Fires?
Only the fire.
No,
Fire.
not only the fire, no.
Fire is not a big concern
Eh, eh,
because it's
Yeah,
only a
but
part
it's
of it.
for me,
gonna destroy the economy because it's running into billions now already for rehabilitation of the.
Warda, I took it in another way.
Hmm.
Okay, what I
Yeah.
think this is an opportunity for Trump, not the U.S.
Hmm.
To rebuild something and get new investors in the US. I think maybe you guys have seen the like some news and stuff when Trump was saying that now he want to open the US more for investors. Investors nowadays are not going to the US to invest there with billions. One of them, Sajwani, the Mac owner, he's going to invest
Yes.
20 billion, and
Yeah, I've
he's saying,
seen.
I have the appetite, and this is only his family investment. Forget about the UAE investment. So I think now what's happening with this in the market, if it goes to the stock or bonds or anything like this, the problem is they don't know what's Trump mission if he's going to issue, for example, new bonds to sell for US. Then this will bring all the investments like bonds investments will bring it down. And apart from this as well, he's reducing the rates. And now I think this year there will be 0.75 points that will go down as well. That's why in your case now you're saying that you have lost it almost what 500. I've lost it more, but for me it's a long term. Bonds and stocks is not a short term. It's not a short term.
Yeah, got it. Perfect, perfect. So I want to add one more point with this Khalid point. It's absolutely what you said is correct. The first one is when Donald Trump came to, the power, there is a boom in the market, particularly people
Yes.
are investing, keep investing and doing. At the same time, he's investor oriented right now. I have seen in LinkedIn the previous day, the owner of Damak Properties, he has shared one video. He has shared one video. Donald Trump is declaring that, yeah, he's bringing $20 billion investment through Damak Properties. And
Yeah.
similarly, there are a number of investors are looking into the US market. Okay, what Vada said, this reason, fire is also having a very
Mm.
minute type of impact, or not that much, obviously, but it's also having an impact on it. And the share that I purchased recently, that is Ricotti and NVD, and one more, the quantum computing, and some other Meta and Microsoft. These are the major blue chip companies. There's also shares are going down. Obviously, what you said is correct. Like it's a long-term investment.
you
Obviously,
wanna you
there will be
wanna you
changes.
wanna you wanna buy something which is going to be successful. Lulu, buy in Lulu.
Okay, okay. Let's see.
It's good. I advise you. I didn't though, but I have a
Okay,
big Indian investor who is like really big. He advised me go with Lulu.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So coming to the answer of Khalid, the deadline for collecting maximum days for you, if you can do that within 10 days or within 7 days is good. We can
But
start doing
remember,
your.
I told you I want to do couple of like selective
Mhm.
data collection, which is an interview with high level of people in Dubai
Okay,
that
okay,
they are in the field. So
okay.
this is gonna take me like a week to arrange just appointment with those people, you
No,
know.
no problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. Continue then. Start doing that. You can manage accordingly. At the earliest, if you're giving me the data, I will be processing it.
Okay.
I know that Khalid, the deadline that you're giving
And
will be
it's very
very
it's
early.
it's very it's very busy stage for me now. It's like I'm going to Saudi, and I have a lot of projects in Saudi to work on it. Overseas, like, this is why it's very tough time for me now.
Okay, so do one more thing, Faisal, Khalid. Like you are some of the clients, like very well personally, in real estate fields and etc. So you can start sending them this questionnaire, mail them, or WhatsApp them link. They can just fill it in between.
Tomorrow I will finalize everything about the questionnaire with you, and I hope
Okay,
tomorrow we'll get everything done with you. Then I will start by tomorrow or day after immediately. I have to. I
okay,
have no
okay,
other options.
okay, okay, okay. Perfect, perfect. Yes. And where is Munira? Munira and Faisal, both of you, please, you can also, firstly, now you focus on your questionnaire. Now you focus on your questionnaire and just try to do that's that part. Then I can work in my side. Meanwhile, once you're done with the questionnaire, just work on your first 2, 3 chapters to send to me. I don't know which stage you are right now. If you completed a first or second chapter, you can send to me, no problem. I'm very happy to review that. Why I'm giving the importance for the questionnaire development, because we wanted to move to the next stage. That's why. I hope it is clear to everyone.
Noted, doctor. Yes, we'll send it.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks so much. Now, I want to wind up the session. And those people, yes, Varda, I will be giving you written reviews to you. And you can go ahead with your questionnaire development. It's done with almost. Yeah, it's almost
And
done with only few.
my
Yes.
question is done. So I will send this to you tomorrow.
Sorry.
My questionnaire is already done, and I will send it to you tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Please send me. Please send me. And next week, I don't have anything to take to you as a session. Meanwhile, I'll be joining for the session. If you have any personal queries and all for your questionnaire development, I'll be checking your questionnaire. Then if I want to talk to you face to face, we'll be having a session. Otherwise, we will not have any session for the next week. Okay, I'm waiting for your completed works meanwhile.
So I possibly misinterpreted what was said last week. So I've got the questionnaire ready, but I haven't sent it. So because I thought we were going to review them today. So do you want me to send it to you, or we go through
Yes.
it on the call?
No, send to me. Send to me.
Okay, all right. It'll be with you as soon as the call's
Yeah.
finished.
Okay. Then yes. Then the people can leave, and Anu, if you are being here, I can give you the review for your work.
Okay.
Yeah, you need a
Thank you.
written one, yeah? Anu, you need a written one.
No, it's fine. Anything is fine.
Okay, okay, okay.
Just in terms of the questionnaire build and send out, you're saying Google Forms? Is there a specific? I've not used Google Forms in years. Is there a specific one for this, or you just build it and spray and pray?
No. Please, first of all, you have to prepare your questionnaire in MS Word, and I will be checking that. Then only we will need to convert in the Google form. If you are converting the Google form, I mean, before confirming it, before finalizing it, you need to make the changes again in the Google form. That's a problem.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a question. In
Yes.
terms of Google Forms, is there a specific format we need to use, or it's just create it and then fire the link out to us?
There is no specific format in that. Send to me, first of all, your questionnaire.
So within Google Forms, have you got the ability to have anonymous responses? Because obviously I'm collecting data on very
Yeah.
senior colleagues that they ain't going to
Yeah.
want to share.
Okay. This one only, we are not naming them, right? We are not naming them. There is no
Well, no,
name we are
the
mentioning in it.
response from Google. So from memory of Google Forms,
Yeah.
it captures the email address. So they're not going to want to
Yes.
answer how much they're paid, because I'm sending this to sort of board members and stuff. So is there an anonymous? Can there be an anonymous box?
Yes.
Okay.
Dr. Ash, I just realized now that I have an issue, major issue. We are not allowed to use Google Forms
Mm-hmm.
in our organization because the links will not open. It's been firewalled. So
Okay,
what
then
other options do I have? because
If
of
you
You
have
have,
Microsoft, I think you can use Microsoft Forms
By
also
the way,
instead of
doctor, I've shared the one with you in Google Form by WhatsApp.
okay, I'm not have my
I,
phone
I,
right now. Let me check.
I'll check it. I'll re-forward it to you.
Okay, okay. So if I have thought about Varida's case about it particularly, I have done what I will tell you what I have done during my thesis. I have a printed copy in my hand, written one, paper one. Okay, and some of the people who can respond through the Google form or Microsoft form also, you can use any form. Okay, there's no restriction in that.
Microsoft Form, Google
Yes,
Form,
yes, yes.
none
I
of them will
understand.
work.
I understand. You have to go with a paper. You have to go with a paper, print out one, and ask them to fill it out. Then later
What,
we need to add these things
what
into
about
our SPSS.
SurveyMonkey? Would SurveyMonkey be blocked?
Yes, we can use it.
I will
Monkey
have to
survey.
figure out a way with our ICT department
Yeah.
for them to do it from their side and then send the link from their side because it's not possible. Our firewalls are extremely strict. We don't
So
even
no,
have Google.
yes. Then how you plan to collect the data?
I just realized now that it's not going to be possible. I was thinking of using SurveyMonkey.
Just
Survey
like to
monkey.
add, that given your industry, I'm very, very happy that you have very extensive firewalls.
We do
Once again,
everything. Not we don't have WeTransfer. We cannot access Dropbox. We cannot access
Oh,
Google
really,
Drive.
Ben?
We have zero access to any of those things. It's blocked.
so you said Survey Monkey, is that acceptable?
I will have to ask our ICT department to do it for me.
Okay, please ask, and please let me know in advance, because otherwise we need to find out some other ways, some changes.
Actually, that's a really valid point. Thanks, Wada, for bringing that up. We can't use Google at work, and obviously, I'm going to be putting this out to a lot of people at work. Do you need to have Chrome to use Google Forms?
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, I can use it on my personal, but if I'm going to send it to all of my work colleagues, they can't access it on Google Chrome.
See, Rayan case is different, Rayan, because you are mostly collecting the data from the customer.
No, I'm not. No,
Then,
my biggest network of people is work colleagues on the basis that they own cars as well. So, I mean, I
okay,
probably am going to go out on British Dads and just say, please help and fill this in for me, which will be a
okay.
link in a Facebook post. But
Mm-hmm.
in terms of actual people that I know, it will all be work colleagues versus I don't know, 30 to 50 people that I know personally that would help, including
Okay,
you wonderful people.
okay. So first of all, just let me know about your, concern about it from your organization level, and
We can't
please
use
mail
we can't use Google products. That's the concern. So do you need to
Google.
be on
Okay,
a Google interface to use
yeah.
Google Forms?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me check it out this case then, Rayan.
Oh, sorry, if you don't know the answer, I can find out myself. That's okay. I just thought
Okay,
you might know
okay,
the answer.
okay. Just see, whatever, what I usually do, if this Google form is not applicable or not allowed in any organization, we'll be going with the data in the printed copy in the paper format, and I will ask them to just fill it out. Then after that, these things, whatever they have written, will be adding into our SPSS or our Excel sheet. That's the way I used to do if anything restricted in any kind of organization. For my research, I used to do that. You can also follow the same. Oh, first of all, in the case of Varda, I feel I find little difficulty. Let's see. Please ask them what are the ways you can just proceed with the data collection. Is based on the employee welfare and all. I mean, like that retention and all. We are not going to take any other information from. So just let me know after consulting your ICT teams. Yeah, we can sort it out anyway. Perfect. So now, yes, Anu can be here. Let me take your. Can you share your work here then, Anu? So if others want to be here, they can be here. And if others can leave, they can leave it. Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
So
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have just.
Second. So,
Shut the door, please.
It's visible now, right?
where it is? No, 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 it's not visible.
Share. Thank you, Didi. Yeah, I think the screen is visible now.
Okay. You have submitted to me only one chapter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Today I'll submit background. I mean,
Uh,
questionnaire is ready. Background is, I'm not satisfied with the way I have written.
no problem, no problem. Can you go down? I have read it. I have read it. Go down, please. Once again, once again. What is the statement? The rationale.
So I have written professional,
Yeah. Come down, come
academic,
down.
and
Okay. Wherever you have written the professional, you can just highlight it because my doubt comes, where you have written academic rationale, professional rationale, and business rationale. Yeah. So already you have written that. Some of the time I may be reading in detail, but others, those who are marking your paper will not read in detail. They are just checking out where you have written all these things. Yeah. So only professional rationale you can highlight it. Only professional data. That
this is,
particular word, particular two words only you need to highlight.
okay, sure. Okay, then this is academic
Yes, yes. Please do that.
and personal also is there.
Yes. Okay, you can come down. You can come down. Research aim and objective. Okay, this is your aim you have written in a paragraph. And you have mentioned this is your research
Objectives.
objectives. You can give a heading for this. Research
Okay.
objectives.
Mm.
Subheadings, yeah?
Mm.
I have some doubt in this. Your first research objective, because can you please read it? To assess
access
the
the
correlation
correlation
between
between
different
different
factors which affect the digital transformation and
and
adoption of
adoption of
digital
this.
transformation. So
Mm.
repetition or digital transformation makes something, vague
Mm,
and
mm,
clarity. We'll
mm,
check it.
mm.
To analyze and find out different variables which contribute to employee resistance. That's fine. To provide various suggestions to manage digital transformation efficiently
Efficiently?
in organization by positively managing employee expectations. Have you changed your research questions and objective that you have already
No,
submitted?
no. This
To
I have
find out the
copied from the
Okay, to
report.
find out the reason behind the employee resistance when the organization visioning towards digital. Okay, that is the final one. Third one is good. And okay, only one is that difficult for me to assess the relation between factors of a digital transformation. You just mentioned about employee resistance here
Mm,
because you are trying to analyze the relationship between employee resistance and digital transformation. Yeah. Instead of digital transformation, you also write employee resistance. Then it's done.
mm, mm.
Research questions. The final research question is getting answered is what are the impacts of employee resistance on digital transformation is in the human resource and talent acquisition department because okay on digital perfect. Okay, you can come down.
These are the questions, like sub questions.
Okay, instead of this, this symbol, you can choose number 1, 2, 3, 4 or bulletin point. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, come down, please.
The
So
structure.
you have missed something. That is my question.
Hmm.
Statement of the problem. And 1 second, let me check it out.
This structure is as per the presentation that you have shared on last class or 2
1
class.
second. No, no, no. S- 1 second, Anu. So you can include introduction, rationale, objective of your research. There is a missing element of research hypothesis that I will clarify you in the next class, okay? Research hypothesis. Please remind me. Please note it down there. We can also mention research hypothesis on the basis of your research question that I will discuss later.
But
And
that will come on which chapter?
in the first chapter itself, we can write it down. And addition, I'm talking about addition. Now you don't worry about it. Next class, please remind me. I will tell you. And structure the research or design of the project you can mention. And you didn't mention about your limitation of your research and significance of your research. You didn't mention about the conclusion of your chapter.
Conclusion is there in the 7th chapter.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about conclusion of your
First chapter.
first chapter. Providing a conclusion for every chapter is good.
Okay. So limitation and significance also will come in the first chapter, right?
Yes, yes.
Limitation.
Significance, scope of the study, these are almost similar things, similar words included in a statement of the problem, but we can mention specifically.
Okay.
Conclusion, it's fine.
Sure.
And one more thing, that is a correlation between digital transformation that you have to clear it. I mean, research question. You need to add employee
That
resistance
I'll
also.
That
Perfect.
I'll
Okay. Then anything else? No. Under this, no, yeah? You
No.
send me the second chapter.
No, like second chapter
Okay, okay.
background is
Work
little
on
bit
it. No
difficult for.
problem. No problem. Work on it. You have a time. You have a
I
time.
have
Coach,
written something very vague. Like I am not myself, like inner me is not
satisfied, not
satisfied.
satisfied.
But
Okay.
questions are fine. Question I can send today.
You send to
Like
me. You
I have
send to me
created
question.
10 question on employer assistance, 10 on digital transformation, and the high level personal
Demographics.
question. Yeah.
Okay. You send to me that. That is important. Background of the study, you can work on it later as well. No problem. We have a time. We have a time for this. Okay.
Then
Perfect.
third is what? Third is literature review. Literature review also. That yeah, almost done.
Okay. 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 Okay then. Anu, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Thank you.
So I'm winding up the session now. Joining for the next session. Thank you so much for joining today.
Yeah, doctor. Bye. Ada pun yang dia nak